Hello children, let us recapitulate all writing skills covered in class 12 English core syllabus through this video. Before I proceed with explaining each and every writing skill, it would be great if you could arrange a printout of the marking scheme and the sample paper released by CBSE for your ready reference. Let's take a look at the board now. We have two categories of writing skills. One is the short writing skills and then we have the long writing skills. In the short writing skills, you're going to be tested on writing a notice and an invitation. I'm going to discuss these individually. Long writing skills, you're going to have letter to editor, which will come in choice with job application, and then you have a newspaper or magazine report coming in choice with article. Now all these writing skills, whether they are short or long, they're going to be for 5 marks each. Now what are the descriptors? Let's take a look at this table at the bottom. Format is going to be for 1 mark. Content, that means whatever you're going to write in the body of the letter or body of the notice and invitation, it's going to be for 2 marks. Organization of ideas will be for 1 mark, and then accuracy is also going to be for 1 mark. This makes it 5 marks. Alright, all writing skills are going to be for 5 marks each. Now let's proceed with notice writing. Alright children, let's start with the short writing skill. First topic that I've covered here is notice writing. Let's take a look at the board now. First of all, you need to draw a box like this. Always be mindful of the space in which you're drawing that box, because some people have this habit of not seeing the space that they have on the page. So what do? They draw a box here, half of the box is here and half of the box gets trickled over to the next page. Have you ever seen a notice being put up at 2 different places? Half of the notice at one place and half of it being put up in somewhere else? No. So you have to be absolutely mindful of the space that you have. If you feel that you don't have enough space on a particular page, flip the page and start your question from the next page onwards. Right? Now let's take a look at the important ingredients in a notice. First thing, a box has to be made. Now let's start with the notice. The first thing that you're going to write in a notice is the name of the organization or institution. This will be followed by the word notice. It should be in capital and this should be centrally aligned. Both name of the organization and the word notice should be centrally aligned. Then you will have the date. It should be left aligned and it should be written in this expanded form. I have written it specifically for you guys in brackets so that you can understand what I'm saying, what I mean by expanded form. So this is how you're going to write the date. There are no commas in between, nothing at all. Keep it simple and keep it to the left margin. Then we have heading. Right? Heading should be centrally aligned. You have to underline it. If you choose not to underline it, that's absolutely on you. There will be no deduction in marks if you do not underline it. Let's start with the body of the notice now. If you want to leave a line here and start with the body of the letter, because many children are also very confused as to whether they are supposed to leave a line after the heading or not. Leaving a line is only to make things look more organized and coherent. It is only to enhance the neatness of the question, right? So if you feel that your handwriting is not as clear as it should be, so you leave a line after this and start with the body of the notice. Now, what is it that you need to understand by the body of the notice? What are the things that you need to include in any sort of notice for that matter? The first thing that you're going to include is drawing attention. This is an important ingredient. How are you going to start a notice? By drawing the attention of the reader or by drawing the attention of the concerned or the target audience. Second point that you're going to do in this particular part of the notice is to share details about the program. Suppose it's a musical extravaganza or it's a cultural program that you've organized. What are you going to do in that? You're going to talk about the details. You're going to give 1 or 2 lines here to talk about the program, when is it scheduled and what is the purpose behind thinking or organizing this particular program. Then we have DTV. I have written an acronym here to indicate date, time and venue, and I have written that it should be vertical preferably. See, if you're going to mention date, time, venue in a vertical order, it will automatically attract the attention of the examiner. right? If it's in the center and it's not in the running lines, it will automatically attract the attention of the examiner, making it convenient for him or her to check your answers and to see whether this point is included in the body or not. So preferably it should be written in a vertical order. Then a line with respect to the undersigned. You will not end it up as it is. You will end it up with the line to the undersigned. Now what do I mean by it? For further details, please contact the undersigned. This is the concluding line that you refer to it. Now let's take a look at how you can draw the attention of the audience or the concerned reader. I've written some 4 samples here. There are these 4 styles that you can refer to or you can start your notice with. You can start off by saying all students of classes this and this. This is style 1. The other style is, this is to inform all the children or all the students of classes this and this. Another style of starting it up is, this is hereby notified that the students of so and so classes. Or the next way of starting it up is, this is to apprise. Now you can use these starting you can say introductory lines to save on your time and to be able to just quickly wind up this particular part of the paper. Now after the body of the notice is done, you're going to put your name and designation. Now here's a catch. Alright, so here's a catch. Name and designation are supposed to be written. Nowhere in the marking scheme have we been told whether we are supposed to put designation in brackets or the name in brackets. However, if we talk about it logically and practically, then the name has to be, name of the person issuing this particular notice should be in brackets. Now let's talk about the logistics behind it. See, the person who is holding this designation will keep on changing after a point of time. Suppose it has been issued by the principal or it has been issued by the vice principal. So in that case, that person is changeable. But the post will remain the same. There will be one principal or there will be another principal after a point of time. So ideally, name should be in brackets. But to be on the safer side and to avoid any deductions on part of the examiner, I suggest that you let it be like this only. There should be no brackets nowhere. If you still want to go with brackets, if you have a certain format in your mind, then what you can do is you can put the designation in brackets. Alright? Now, what are the main things that need to be there? Name of the institution or organization, followed by the word notice, then date in expanded form, heading in the center, body, starting aligned from the left, and then signatures, name and designation. If you are comfortable with putting signatures in designation in brackets, go ahead with that format. There will be no deduction of marks even if you're not putting them in brackets. What is it that you need to take care of at this point of time is that all these indicators should be there. Even if all these indicators are not there, maximum 4 indicators need to be there. Now what are indicators? If you've written this, if all these indicators are there, you're going to be awarded with full marks, or maximum 4 indicators have to be there. Only then you're going to be able to ensure that you're going to get full 1 mark in the format of the question. If you are writing anything less than these 4 indicators, if you're just writing the word notice and name of the organization and designation at the end and you've forgotten the entire indicators, or you've forgotten the entire format altogether, then you're not going to be given full marks here. You're going to be given only half a mark. Alright? Now let's understand the descriptors on the basis of which you're going to be given marks. Format, content, organization of ideas and accuracy. Format is the layout, right? This is the layout, keeping it in a box, putting all these indicators at their proper places. So if these indicators are there, this refers to as the layout in which you're going to attempt this particular question. Then we have content. What is it that you're going to write in the body? Whether your ideas have been coherently mentioned there or not, or whether they are running haywire. How is it that you have categorized all your ideas? How is it that you've put them in order, and whether you've included all important points or not? Organization of ideas. This will show the connection of your ideas. See, whenever we are thinking, there are too many ideas that are bursting in our mind. You're thinking of one thing and the other thing pops into your head, and you do not know how to put them in order. So this part of your descriptor will decide whether your ideas are in sync with each other or not, or whether they seem to be absolutely seamless, right? So you need to ensure that your tone is formal, you need to ensure that you're using a proper tone and your vocabulary is apt, and you're also ensuring that your ideas are well knit and connected with each other. They are not just placed as they came to your mind. Now let's take a look at the last descriptor, which is accuracy. What is accuracy? They're going to check you on your spellings, whether the punctuations have been placed properly or not, or whether there is consistency in the grammatical construction of sentences or not. If you are clear with all these 4 descriptors, then you're going to ensure that you write in such a manner, or you present the content in such a manner that there is minimum reduction of marks. So children, this was about notice writing. No need to confuse yourself with any new formats. Whatever you have learned so far, please clarify everything through this video. And now, without further ado, we are going to proceed to the second writing skill, that is invitation.